British author Virginia Woolf, a room of one's own fame, once said that one cannot think well, love well, sleep well, if they have not dined well. Welcome, everyone. In today's presentation, I'm going to share with you a few things which will help you become more aware of what you eat, how important it is to know the quality and nutrition of the food, and what you can do to enhance your well-being. Now, did we all have food here before coming to this meeting tonight? Maybe something at lunch? Yeah. Or maybe just right now, like what Janelle is having in terms of watermelons? Would you like to share what did you eat and what your usual diet is? Darren?
Well, today I ate a burrito.
At Taco Bell?
No.
Yeah, thank you. I like that. I like that. Taco Bell. It's good. Jake?
Today I had some chicken dip,
So you didn't eat at all the whole day?
and I had like a shake or something earlier.
What about you, Kent?
Actually, mate, had homemade soup.
You had homemade soup.
Yes, sir.
Well, I don't like people who eat healthy. Justin, what about you?
Turkey sandwich and a Chinese chicken salad.
Nice.
Nice.
What about you, Carl?
I had a potato and I had some cereal for breakfast.
No, potato. I love people who eat potatoes. I mean, come on, that's so much awesome. Now, have we heard the expression? And the expression is, you are what you eat.
Yep.
Have you heard that?
Yep.
Now, this does not mean that if you eat chicken, you'll become a chicken. I mean, can you? I don't think so. But wait, I'm vegetarian. And don't ask me, because I can tell you for certainty that you will become a potato. Like real big potato. Real good potato if all you eat is potato. So, this is for certain. What you eat is what you become. It influences you. You have a choice in defining what you're made of. Would we all agree?
Yes.
Thank you. Now, my grandmother used to tell me that if you eat junk, you're going to become junk. And if you eat healthy, fresh, natural, you will be healthy, fresh, and natural. Anybody else's grandmother said something along the lines? Fabian?
No,
No?
but usually they prepare at home, they prepare natural, good food. They didn't buy prepared food.
Thank you, Fabian. Now, food, it is the basis of life. But in today's day, it is much more than that. The modern food is a very complex system. It is complex because of so many reasons. Because in modern day, all of the food is prepared at various different places. Has anybody over here ever eaten at a place like McDonald's?
Yep.
Taco Bell? Burger King? Carl's Jr.'s? So you don't often eat a homemade meal. That's very certain, right? Because today's life is fast-paced, fast-moving, everybody does not have time, not everybody is with their family, and they need to move fast, so they need fast food, right? The food wasn't this way since the beginning. It was different. It used to be a homemade meal shared with your family at the dining table. amidst laughter, fun, stories that your family would share with you at lunch or dinner time. It doesn't happen that much anymore, does it?
No.
All over the world, in various cultures, traditions, and lifestyle, food is only one aspect, but yet it is probably one of the most persistent aspects. There is no cultural group and no individual for whom at least one specific food, the memory, taste, or smell of which does not evoke a pang of loving nostalgia. Do you remember a certain time like that? Carl, you had some stories about your food, like how you used to eat food when you were a child?
Yes, I do.
And does that evoke certain sort of nostalgia,
Yes.
like nostalgic feeling?
Yes,
Do you miss that?
every once in a while.
I can assure you that no culture, no matter which culture you go to, there would be certain aspect of food which would bring out certain memory in you, which would make you really nostalgic and which would be a real good memory about healthy food. This past weekend, my friends and I, along with my wife, went to a restaurant, a good restaurant, and we were eating food there. And my friend told me that he doesn't think that the food tastes the same anymore. It just didn't taste the same anymore. And I began thinking, because it was certain same thing which my grandmother used to tell me. My grandmother used to tell me that what they are giving me, feeding me, is not the same level of quality as it was when they were a child. And their grandparents used to tell them the same thing. And I'm pretty sure they both were telling the truth. Because the quality of food over the time has reduced because of so many reasons. Food is not what it used to be. Food is getting reduced in terms of quality, in terms of nutritional values, in terms of loving value that people used to share food with. Most of the food in our age and generation is processed, adulterated, and made using unnatural means and methods. We agree on that, don't we?
Yes.
For District 12 in Toastmaster is a region, comprises of Southern California. Our club growth director for District 12 is David Carpenter, and he shared a very wonderful story to me in one of the clubs that I'm a member of. And he told me that wheat is not the same as it used to be. He told me that, not just me, he was giving a speech in the book club. And he said that in 1960s, the wheat kernel was changed, its DNA was altered, it was modified. And he was eating the wheat, but he was not feeling certain things good about himself. Like he would gain weight, even though he would work out more, do so many other things. But he told me a story which was even more touching. David Carpenter's son, Hunter, is autistic. And he would often have seizures because of his autistic, because of autism. But nobody would tell what are the reasons and what could be done in order to stop those seizures that he has, the rage and the fit of anger. What could be done? No doctor would tell them. But David found out about the wheat, and in a book called Wheat Belly, that wheat causes people with autistic characteristic to have seizures. So he stopped giving his son the wheat, the natural commercial wheat that's available today. And believe it or not, his son stopped having seizures. And now, I'm not here to make any claim. Neither is David. I mean, we don't know if that's the only reason. But one thing is for certain. With this story, it made me think. It made me think about the quality of our food. Think about food. After all, it is the basis of our life. Don't we agree? Part of the secret of success in life is to eat what you like and let the food fight it out inside. Famous American author Mark Twain said this. Growing up, I was fascinated with technology, engineering, and all things about technology and engineering. So I decided that I want to become an engineer. Now, engineering lifestyle has its toll. What are those tolls? Anybody over here an engineer? Well, I envy all of you because I'm an engineer.
A lot of studying.
No, the biggest part is that you get to just sit behind a desk, behind a computer, especially if you're a computer engineer, and just program. You don't get to go out, have exercise, and move out about a lot. Now, when I was in college in Iowa, I was studying for my computer engineering and would mostly sit, sleep, and eat. I mean, what better life than that, right? Eat, sleep, repeat. Eat, sleep, repeat. Like anything better? No. No, that's very terrible, believe me. Come on, audience, you got to react with my feelings, my passion, my pain. I was getting hurt a lot because of the kind of lifestyle that I had. Because if you just eat and sleep and sit, what would happen?
You gain weight.
You gain weight, right?
Stressed.
You get stressed. And combination of those things caused my body to develop toxicants. My body was developing, in my blood, there were crystals of undigested food which were becoming toxicant and a place where other, disease-causing organisms could just thrive and live, and making me sick and, feeling lazy, all those kind of things which could happen when you're gaining weight. Now, why that was happening was because my life was like this. I used to go out, eat at Taco Bell. Really one of the wisest things that I ever did. One of the wisest things. And come back, sit, do my programming, do my course assignments, things like that, watch movies and sleep. So that's what my routine was. How many of you over here are college students and can relate to that kind of a lifestyle? Kyle, not you?
Nope.
I envy you, man. I wish I was as intelligent like you are.
Thank you.
When I was in college. But Marcus, I can agree. I mean, not all the college-going students are that intelligent because there is so much pressure of study, work, and all the different things, right? So because of all the assignment load, workload, I was gaining weight, I was developing all those crystals, and was getting fat. Luckily enough, it was diagnosed. And once it was diagnosed, I made a little change in my lifestyle. I started studying Ayurveda, and I discovered what things can I do, and how I can eliminate those toxicants. I started working out a little bit. I did not used to sit down as much and I definitely stopped eating at Taco Bell. Within 4 months, I lost about 27 pounds, become fit, healthier, and got rid of all the toxicants in my body. It was a tough time. It was a time which I dreaded. Like it was a very tough time for me. I didn't like working out. Does anybody over here like working out, going gym or James? I'm not talking to you, man. But that's what my story is. I was suffering from something, and that suffering gave me the motivation to do something about it. But I don't want it to be the same for everybody else. One thing that I learned is do not treat your stomach as a trash can. Respect your body. Respect the food that you eat. The message that I learned was that I need to think about food, what I eat, how I eat, and where do I get my food from. Same message I want to give to you. Think about food. It is the basis of our life. Respect your food, respect your body, and believe me, do not treat your stomach as a trash can. Any of you remember a time like this? When you used to have food, lunch, dinner with your family? Not many people?
No.
If you don't remember a time like this, make sure that you give your family a time like this.
I tried.
And does anybody remember a time like this? Or have any idea about a time like this?
Dinner with my parents.
This is something where we are not respecting food. A lot of good things are French, Janelle,
Yes.
especially a kiss. A French kiss, no, believe me, it is good. Yes, I agree. See, everybody's laughing, even Fabian. Thank you, Fabian. My wife loves to tell me of the time that she spent in Europe. And she loves to fight. She loves to request me to go to Europe with her so that she can, spend some time in Europe with her husband. Unfortunately, right now, it's not such a good time for me financially and other reasons, but we'll go there someday. One of the stories that my wife shared with me about France is of a town in southern France called Nice. My wife was on her internship program with her university in France, and every day when she come back from her internship, she would see French people, her neighbors, sitting out in porch, setting up the dinner at around 5:30 in the evening. She would go up to her apartment, freshen up, dress, change, do all the other things, and come back down and see that people have started eating. And then she would go out to the beach, do shopping and other things that she needs to, and then come back. And she would still see people enjoying their meal with their family, with laughter, fun, at 9:30 in the night. 4 hours. If I can have 4 hours worth of dinner, I'll definitely be much bigger than a potato. But the story is, my wife asked those people as to why they do that. And they told her that in their culture, it is very important for them to respect food. And if you don't respect food, food would not respect you. It would not do and serve its purpose. So, what I learned from that was think about your food and why you eat it. After all, you are what you eat, and food is the basis of your life. Do we agree? Mm-hmm. American President Ronald Reagan said, all great change in America begins at the dinner table. I agree, but I'd like to change it a little bit. All great changes in America begins at the dining table. It doesn't matter if it's lunch or dinner, but it does begin at the dining table. Mahatma Gandhi said that there are people in this world so hungry that God cannot appear to them in any way other than a bread. And then there are people who take food for granted. I wish we are blessed and I thank God for being blessed. I want you all to think about the food that you eat. In Ayurveda, there is a saying, which when translated means that eliminate that which is not wholeness, that which is disrupting, by that which is suitable for the self, using procedures and preparation to restore the self, to re-establish your essential nature in life, and pacify by that which is conducive to health. When diet is wrong, medicine is of no good. And when diet is right, medicine is of no need. Go then, eat your bread in happiness and drink your wine in a cheerful heart. If I want you to take away something from my speech, it will be to pay attention to what you eat, because what you eat, you become. Respect your own body. Respect your food. Eat together with your family with happy and cheerful heart. I grew up eating food with my family. We have a saying, a family that eats together, prays together, stays together. And mainly, think about food. After all, it is the basis of your life. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rahul.